Smoke curls under a cold sky. A single spark lifts, and in its light, a story begins. On the savannah, long before cities, a small band circles a fire. Here, with fire tamed and language taking shape, memory is given a voice. What was once a hunter's camp, anchored by the seasons, slowly becomes a village. These hearths draw people to the great rivers, where the steady water offers a future, and civilization takes root. Along the Tigris, the Euphrates, and the Nile, a new tool emerges. A scribe presses a reed into damp clay, capturing a thought in physical form. What the mind once had to hold, the tablet now remembers. Writing gives birth to law and bureaucracy, counting grain, tracking debts, and fixing power in silent, permanent marks. From these simple ledgers, temples and empires will rise. Soon, the world begins to shrink. In a wind-battered mountain pass, caravan bells clink in the thin air. Roads begin to carry more than goods. They carry ideas. Along the Indus and the Yellow River, planned cities rise, while across continents, new philosophies offer codes for living. Beliefs, stories, and new ways to measure time travel with the merchants, weaving distant worlds together. In a crowded bazaar, silk slips through calloused fingers. The great empires of Persia, Rome, and Han China forge networks that span the known world. Faiths spread along these routes, and knowledge travels like seeds on the wind. Our laws, languages, and even our algorithms still trace the patterns first drawn by these ancient messengers. Power rises and falls, but the connections only deepen. By lamplight, in quiet libraries, scholars chart the heavens with brass and ink. Across the Islamic world, science and art flourish. Under Mongol rule, maps and medicines cross frontiers with startling speed. In Gupta India, mathematics gives the world the concept of zero. This shared current of knowledge and technology primes daring minds for the open ocean, preparing them to test the very edges of the map. Salt spray stings the air as new charts finally stitch the oceans into a single global sea. But this new world is born of both discovery and devastation. On the deck of a ship, a navigator charts a course, while below, a chained teenager coughs in the darkness. The Columbian Exchange transforms diets and destinies, but it is carried on the brutal currents of the Atlantic slave trade. As empires consolidate their power, a revolution of the mind is brewing. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment teach humanity to measure, to question, and to claim its rights. Ideas begin to move faster than kings can command. Cities swell, and a new concept takes hold, that power comes not from birth, but from the consent of the governed. The thunder of steam and steel announces the next great shift. The Industrial Revolution turns workshops into factories and drives an insatiable hunger for resources, redrawing the map through conquest and resistance. The 20th century is forged in the fire of 2 world wars and totalitarian terror, but also in the hope of decolonization as new nations claim their freedom. Today, we live in the echoes of all these moments. Globalization and the digital age connect us instantly, yet also create new fractures. We face challenges on a planetary scale, from climate shocks to pandemics, while our technologies, from genome editing to artificial intelligence, reshape what it means to be human. This history matters. It is the story of us, and it is a story that is still being written.